Good morning. How is everyone? Oh, if you're in the northern climates, you might have really felt a stark shift today in temperature and even just the morning sun and the morning light. We're definitely in the throes of change. Greetings, I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and this is our home yoga practice live this morning on Thursday, October 15. Come on in, say hello if you are out here with us live. If you're hitting us on demand, great, catching us maybe at the end of your day instead of morning. But if you are here live, please feel free to say hello. Let's take full benefit of the opportunity to interact with one another. Oh, this week, feeling rather than thinking has really been a space of a theme for me to work on, noticing just how much I am trying to think my way through so much of the day, through so much of the past, through so much of the future, and taking that moment to pause and just feel where I am as opposed to projecting where I want to be has been a struggle. And so I appreciate being able to share it with you and be able to work on a physical practice and a breath practice and a meditation practice to kind of recalibrate the needle, right? That's what this yogic practice is. All 8 limbs help us practice being present in the moment and recognizing where we are and the truth of this moment. The truth of the moment is I'm all right. I'm feeling fairly healthy. Probably have overindulged a bit in some bread lately. I've been learning how to make bread, so that means I gotta eat it. Uh, if I'm asking myself where am I in my truth right now, I would like to walk a little bit more. I usually walk more with the dog, but the chill kind of makes me stop. Um, but overall, my heart feels happy and I feel blessed with abundance and lots of opportunity for practice. And so I feel like there's been growth going on there, as well as with creativity and connection with family and friends has been growing and blossoming in wonderful ways. So, all in all, my check in says, all right, the truth of this present moment is pretty okay. Yep, I've got some low back aches and pains, but you know what? I've been having low back aches and pains for the last 30 years. It isn't anything for me to cry home about instead of write home about. All right, come on in if you're joining. Maybe take a glance at your practice plan. I was in that space before coming in here this moment. So my practice plan, still on the feeling and not thinking, but feeling connected. That's been my thing, is just feeling connected to what I want to be connected to, and bringing that awareness of what am I connecting to that I don't want to connect with, and how much energy am I putting into that. So that's where my practice plan is: feeling connected, feeling, not thinking, feeling. Let's take a moment and find a nice grounded space for ourselves. Again, that could be sitting upright, that could be lying down. Actually, I think I will go ahead and start today lying down. If you're new to joining us, Home Yoga Practice Live is a deliberate program of developing our own personal relationship with our yoga practice. Practicing all 8 limbs: the physical limb, the breath limb, the relationship to our senses and perceptions, and then our behavioral limb, how we treat the outside world, how we treat ourselves, our relationship to focus and meditation. So I'm going to arrive here lying down. If you'd rather still be sitting upright, that's fine. I'm just sharing my practice with you. And this morning, finding this still space is important. One of the goals for today that I wanted to share is a little bit more silence. So I'm going to try to remember to give out a suggestion and then leave that space in silence. And we get to observe what's going on in our minds, our bodies, and our sensory perception within the silence. So let's find a space of being, feeling the body, the breath, the mind, and observe. And bring your awareness into your physical body and feel everything you can about your fleshy existence, your organ existence, your circulatory and respiratory existence. Feel how much area your body is taking up, how much volume your fluids and your air take up. Notice how your joints feel, your bones, your flesh. Then I'll invite us to start with an abdominal breath. So let's breathe in and allow the diaphragm to relax and the abdomen to fill up. And as you breathe out, let your abdomen relax and untense. Start to practice feeling an abundance and roundness of breath. What is happening in the rest of your body, the back of your ribs, the back of your neck, your shoulders as you do this? What do we become aware of in our organ processes? Are we forcing the body? I'll invite us to draw the left knee in toward the chest and give it a hug. Feel your breath. Feel your bones. Feel your breath. Feel your body. Feel your mind. What is going on in this moment? Are we thinking? Are we processing? Are we planning? Are we having an emotion? Are we letting an emotion in? Are we blocking one? Let's roll over to the right side, giving into a spinal twist. What is the physical body existence experience? What is the breath body existence experience? What is the mental body feeling? What is our wisdom body feeling? We'll come back to center, invite both knees into the chest. Maybe lift your forehead up to your knees. Feel your breath. Hold space for the body and the breath body. Then we'll straighten the left leg and hug the right knee into the belly. Feel your organs, feel your spine, feel your flesh. And we'll roll over onto the left hip. What is the truth of what is going on? Give yourself that checklist, the truth of what is going on in the physical body, and spend time there. The entirety of the physical body, that's a lot of terrain to scan. The truth of what is going on in the breath body. That's a lot of terrain to scan, to feel, not do and think. The truth of what is going on in the mental body, our wisdom body. Feeling, not thinking. What's foreign? What do we have questions about? What are we discovering right now? What are we growing right now? And gradually come back to center. Invite both knees in. Now feel free to hold any space a little longer. Let go of any space a little sooner. Bringing the bottoms of the feet down, knees up, and just start to let the knees rock side to side, rolling on the feet, twisting the spine, feeling bones, flesh, feeling the interconnected nature of what's going on in the feet with the middle of the spine, what's going on in the organs with what's going on in the neck. Good. We'll bring the knees into center. Send the heels straight up to the ceiling. Feel your spine rooting into the floor, flexing the toes toward the face. You get to feel out how erect and strong and straight are my legs. How much intention am I putting into pressing the spine into the floor? As I put that intention in there, am I forcing and straining, or can I find a space of ease while remaining connected to the intention of that activity? Breath. We'll bring the feet down, separate the feet a few inches apart, knees a few inches apart. Feel the surface of your feet. Feel the spine right now. Where is your present awareness? Are you getting ready for something, or are you fully present and aware with what's going on, what's available in the body, in the breath, in the mind for ease? Or are we projecting ourselves into anticipation? Pressing down through the feet, thrusting the hips up. Choose when you want to do that. Notice how you get there. Now let's spend time in what is going on physically, breath-wise, mental body. Occupy your mental body in all of its activities right now. Mental body, physical body, breath body together. Or can we only be in one space to the exclusion of the other? Wisdom body. And gently lower the hips down, send the heels up to the ceiling. Press your low back into the floor. What are we learning? What are we growing right here in awareness? In physical awareness, breath awareness, mental awareness, wisdom. Reach the arms overhead. Press the arms into the floor. Press the shoulder blades into the floor. What is that experience? What is the experience of breathing? Where is the mind? Feel. What are we feeling in the backs of the wrists right now? What are we feeling in the nook of the elbows right now? Still pressing the low back into the floor. What are we feeling? Sensation and emotion. Have those eyes open. What are we feeling in the sensory awareness of this physicality of eyesight? What are we feeling in our ears? One solid movement, bringing ourselves upright to sitting. Arms extending upward. Feel the legs pressing down. Press the backs of the calves into the floor. Press the backs of the heels into the floor. Shoulders rooting down, front of the belly growing tall upward to the ceiling. Top of the head reaching upward to the ceiling. Occupy your breath body. Draw the belly button to the back of the navel. Feel containment. Hold your body. Live in your breath. Bringing the palms down, point the toes. Now you might want to draw one knee in here. You might want to draw both knees in here. We're going to lift, all right? So choose where you want to be. Maybe try it out or see first. And lift. Do you need to come down? Where are you? Bottoms down and reach. Flex the toes to the face. Draw the navel to the spine, shoulder blades down, find some ease. Active in your feet. Live in them, exert those muscles, spread the toes, flex the toes to your face. Feel the muscles in your shins and your calves working together with the muscles in your feet. What happened to the muscles in your neck and your shoulders? Can you practice this activity without it being straining or stressful? Can you grow taller in the chest? Intend the upper body to rise. Intend the bottom body to lower. We'll bring the palms down, point the toes, or walk the feet in. Press down and lift. Your gaze can be down toward the toes so as not to strain the neck. What is going on in your chest muscles? What is going on in your organs? What is going on in your hips? What's going on in your throat, your face, your tongue? Live in your body. And lower the hips down. Breath in and lift. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Let the hands rest wherever they will, active in the toes. Don't let the mind start to force the body now into a space it doesn't want to go to. Fill up the belly with breath. Feel the compression, the coming in together. Keep pressing the backs of the legs into the floor. Keep lifting the top of the head in the direction of the toes. Rolling that spine up, point the toes, palms down, and lift. Feel opening, upward lifting, uninhibited, broad and expansive. Wisdom body, what does it feel like? What is it saying? What is it feeling? Maybe it doesn't feel open. Maybe it feels like it's failing or faltering. Do we know what that feels like? Lower the hips down, breath in, and forward fold. Let's feel coming into ourselves. How does that feel? Does it feel open? Does it feel straining? Does it feel impossible? Does it feel limited? What is the feeling? And be with it. Be with it in a truth. Be with it in an ease. And roll the spine up. We'll make our way to hands and knees. Toes can be tucked or untucked. What is your spine doing right now? Is it dumping? Is it arching? Is it completely lengthening in both directions? Could we apply energy to the spine lengthening in both directions? Can you feel your tailbone lengthening straight back? Can you feel the neck lengthening forward? Left arm, right leg lengthens. What is going on in the front of the belly? Can it shore things up so that the structure is not bowing? Or is the left arm doing the most? What is the left leg doing? What is the right arm doing? Feel it. If it's shaking, that's what it's doing. The question is not meant to correct anything. The question is meant to inquire, what is going on? Now, how do we seek ease and steadiness? Feel it. Maybe you lower that arm. Maybe you lower that leg. How do we find ease and steadiness in the breath? Bring the left knee down, right hand down, left arm right leg lengthens. What is going on in your spine? What's going on in the right arm? What's changing over time in how we feel what we feel? Are we still lengthening the top of the head? Left hand down, right knee down. Right arm, left leg lift. Breath in. Exhale, lower. Left arm, right leg lift. Breath in. Exhale. We're going to continue here. Find a pace that works for you. Using breath, coordinating to work in a symbiotic manner with the body. Arms, legs, breath, extension, observing the feeling, getting to know the feeling. Feel the feelings. Expansion and releasing. Lengthening with intention. All right, when we're ready, left arm, right leg. Bend that right knee, reach back. See if you can find the foot or ankle. You might want to grab the pant leg. Maybe you wrap a strap around that foot. What are we feeling? Can you stand in the right arm? Can you lift the upper chest? Can you use the right foot to lift it up itself? What are we feeling in the left arm? What are we feeling? Not doing, not thinking. And release gently or hold. Choose where you are. Right arm, left leg when we're ready. Maybe you need a break already. Maybe the mind is going, this isn't what I wanted. Observe that. What did you want? What did you perceive? What did you desire? And what does it feel like to be denied what you desired? How do we react? How do we respond? Bend the left knee. Maybe find that foot or ankle. Maybe you say, I'm just going to keep lifting the right arm forward, left leg back. What's going on in the physical body? Respiration, circulation, heat, perspiration, ligaments, muscles, any strain, any rip, any tear, any opening, any contraction. Breath. What's going on in the breath? And gently release. When you're ready, cat and cow. Feeling the spine bow and flex. Feeling the limbs respond. Spending time with the physical body. Spending time with the breath body. Spending time, mental and wisdom body. What is the wisdom body saying? Is it craving for you to stop in between some of these bows and flexes and really soak it up? And are we giving that to ourselves? What is autopilot? Have we gotten into autopilot? Child's pose when you're ready. We'll sink the hips back, maybe knees wide. Choose where you want your arms. And then just feel that choice. Feel it in your joints. Feel the release of the body weight to gravity as we sink. Maybe we become more aware of different muscle groups that actually had been engaged in working as we get to absorb and feel the releasing. How does releasing feel? Give it names, types of sensation. Feel the gradations and the fluctuations. How is it changing? How does your breath body feel right here? And we'll bring the arms out in front of us, palms shoulder distance apart. Build that awareness of where your hands are and what they are doing. What information are they sending you? We'll come forward to hands and knees, tuck the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Maybe pedal your heels up and down, maybe you don't. See if we can tilt the tailbone up and down, build awareness of that entire spine, its mobility, its range, and the information it sends us. What is the information we're receiving in our pelvis, our groin, our inner thighs, the front of our ribs, our belly flesh, our belly button? Can you feel your belly button right here? Can you feel the folds of flesh in your belly? How about the back of the neck, under armpits? Lightly bend the knees. We'll walk the hands back to the feet into a forward fold. Your arms can just dangle. Maybe you want to hold on behind the calves. See how much you can loosen as many muscles in your body as you can. And say, I want to feel a loose shin muscle. Use your hands to test in. What muscles are engaging and tensed? Can you loosen them? How does it feel to attempt to loosen each vertebrae in your upper back and neck? Allowing the weight of you to fall. How does it feel to notice that we're still holding and tensing? How does that feel? Emotionally, sensationally. What is the feeling like when we're tensing, when we're holding? How do we feel that in our breath? We'll walk the hands back forward to down dog. Pressing the heels back and away. Those knees can remain soft. You're going to choose to feel out the amount of time you can spend here with ease and steadiness. Don't make it a contest. We're here to feel. Feel those shoulder sockets. Feel those armpits. Feel those elbows. Feel each finger and the role that they are playing right now. Let's walk the hands back to the feet, hanging out. This is a new moment. Don't wish it to be like the last one. Embrace the newness, the presence of mind of this present moment of awareness. And we'll gradually, as slowly as we can, round the spine upward to standing. Practice your mountain. Maybe close the eyes. How are we feeling to stand erect? What are we feeling? What's going on in the hips, the thighs, the groin, the buttocks? How much energy is dedicated to pressing down? How much energy is being dedicated to rising upward? And what does it feel like? To live in that intention. Arms open wide, shape of a T. Right is under, left is over. Maybe a bear hug. Maybe you're able to bring the forearms toward one another and find a clasp for eagle. I'm going to bring my feet together, knees bending, weight back in the heels, eagle. So we're in the chair, eagle arms. If you wish to add the legs, you can step one knee over the other. You could always bring a toe down to touch as an anchor. Pulling the butt back. Feel, pull the knee to try to get that bent knee that we're standing on back and over its heel. So much to feel in the physical body. What are we feeling in the breath body? What is the truth of what is going on? And how is there union? How do we practice the union? Gently release and find your mountain. Arms open wide, left is under, right is over. Find your pace, feel your way. Feel those arms, feel the back of the shoulders. What is opening, what is closing? What is expanding, what's compressing? Bending the knees, sinking the bottom back. Be where we are, not where we're going. And maybe wrap that other leg. What is your breath body expressing and feeling? Do you need to come out? Do you need to change something? For ease and steadiness, unwrap the legs, unwrap the arms, find your mountain. Breath in, lengthen upward. What's rooting, what's lifting? How does the breath fit inside of this shape? The healthiest, fullest, most expansive breath with ease and steadiness. What is the most peaceful, calm, expansive, healthy mind in this shape, in this breath? And forward fold. We'll walk our way back to a down dog. Feel your arms giving you support. Choose where the legs need to be for support and ease and steadiness. Feel the rise of the hips upward and the lengthening of the entire spine. Downward energy through the neck, upward energy through the hips, pressing the heels back and down. Feel the lift, feel the root. Are there rooted areas trying to lift? Are there lifting areas trying to root? And we'll bring the knees down and come to a seated space. Ooh, I've got an itch. Find a comfortable way of sitting. Either in a cross-legged space, you could be sitting legs extended out. Maybe you're sitting on your knees in Virasana Hero. Can we still feel the upward lift through the neck? Chin down and roll the right ear over toward the right shoulder. Are we still lifting in the spine? Anchoring in the sit bones. Even upward energy through the left side of the neck. Arcing up and over, not dumping. What are we feeling? What's changing in that feeling? And chin down, rolling it over. Left ear, right shoulder. Drop that right shoulder down. Left ear, left shoulder. Chest up. What is the state of your breath right now? Chin down, rolling it over to the other side. Notice the sensations along the sides of the neck, along the sides of the shoulders, down the spine. Now we'll take that right hand up by the left ear. Just apply a gentle pressing down and and over. Drop that left shoulder down. Sit up in the chest. And feel. Surrender. And feel. Feel emotionally what it is we need to let go of for ease here. Feel physically what it is we need to let go of for ease here. Maybe we're pulling too hard. Maybe we're trying too much. Chin down. Hands behind the head. Let's round the spine, maybe pulling down gently. How much of the entire spine can we feel? Maybe there are movements we can do to start to amplify feeling other areas, or to lessen the amplification of others. What is the state of your breath? Releasing the arms, slowly rolling that spine back up. Rolling that left ear over toward the left shoulder. Remember to take your time, move at a pace that works for you, and we'll bring this left hand up by the right ear, pulling down a little and over. Chest up. Let that right arm dangle. Breath in. Breath out. Soften your shoulders, soften your thoughts. Be willing to just be present with what is going on. Have we been able to notice when we're trying, when we're striving, when we're thinking, when we're analyzing? And let it go and just see what happens. See our frustration, see our disappointment, feel our tension, our resistance. Feel the yumminess. Feel the spacious openings that we want. Feel the spacious openings that we're afraid of. And chin down. I need to take my time. That neck was really holding a lot. Pressing down gently through the back of the hands. I'm going to keep my spine upright this time instead of rounding it. And we'll release and bring that gaze up. Working the jaw side to side. Feel the neck. All right, we'll sit back for me, legs open wide. Feel the groin accepting this opening. Feel the inner thighs, the knees, the ankles, the toes. Maybe spread the toes. Thrusting the chest up. And perhaps you need a pillow out here in front of you. Walking forward, feeling our way. Feel that mental space. Are we meeting ourselves where we are in this present moment? Are we listening to the physical sensations? Are we attending to the breath sensations? Not fixing and not perfecting. We're just being present. Now that wisdom body. Who is that wisdom body? How much space do we live in that body? Breath in, breath out. Soften your shoulders, humbling ourselves. Occupy that breath body. Let the breath body fit inside of this physical body. Let it expand from the inside out. Making space for itself, making space for the physical body. Let the breath help the physical body find space. Let the body help the breath body find space. And in your time, we'll bring ourselves back upright. Let's find a comfortable way of sitting. You could be sitting with your back up against the wall. You could be sitting in a half lotus, such as I am. You could be sitting on a block or a pillow. Feel our senses. Eyes lightly open, eyelids heavy. Be aware of your nostrils and aroma. Be aware of your ear canals and hearing as a sensation. Feel your tongue. Feel the palate, the roof palate, back of your throat. Taste. Notice all of the sensations in your body. Be aware of your sensations, your sensory perception, all five senses. And allow yourself to join us for an Om. Diaphragm relaxed, mouth orifice relaxed, throat, tongue, allowing as much of our fleshy being to vibrate with the sound of source. Let's find a moment of silence with the final limb of yoga, samadhi, a complete unification, where there's no distinction between our intentions and our actions and our words and our body and our breath and our senses. Our focus, our meditation all blend together to create our current state of being in this present moment, wholly unified. Hands to the heart center. Atha Yoga Nushasanam. That is the first sutra, and thus the journey of yoga begins, or thus yoga and its truth reveals itself. Yogaschita vritti nirodha. Yoga causes the mind to quiet, and then we can see clearly. Taradrastup svarupe vastanam. That's the third sutra. That's actually after the mind is quiet, then we can see the truth of what is going on more clearly. Doesn't mean we like what we see, but we want to see it with honesty and clarity. How do we respond to discomfort? How do we respond to what not getting what we want, or an unsatisfied desire? How do we react to joy? How do we react to anticipation? How do we cling to various things? We get to explore it in the physicality, but there are so many other limbs for us to start to connect with. It is my goal to share the entirety of this practice as best I can. I appreciate all of you who allow me to do so. Namaste. I'm Belinda, and this is Just Be Yoga. This has been our home yoga practice live. Today is about feeling more than thinking, and kind of sharpening, I think, a bit of that dharana eye, that concentration, focus, and a little bit of that sixth chakra, right? To be able to see and intuit, awakening our intuition and our inner wisdom. Please feel free to check out more of Home Yoga Practice Live. We've explored different themes throughout different weeks. If you're curious about setting a practice plan, you can check it out on our blog at justbeyoga.com. We've been donation-based for 10 years. We hope to be able to continue to share our practice open source and with inclusivity and accessibility for as long as possible. So any donation you wish to give, we gratefully accept. PayPal.me/justbeyoga. Namaste. Good to see you, Claudia. I'll hang for a little bit in case there are any shares, especially as it comes to some of those finer points of when we're sitting and holding in a space and observing. Well, I felt a tremble, or I felt an ache, I felt a cramp. Where did the mind go instantly? Did the mind judge? Did the mind give up? When do we quit on ourselves? When do we turn into the drill master? What are we getting to observe about different areas of our body? When do things fatigue? What surprises us about when we got tired? What surprises us about our hunger? Yeah, lots of stuff. So I know there has to be stuff that's bubbling up. So if you've got an opportunity, bring it. Let's talk about it. And if you don't want to put your question out there for the whole wide world to see, I thoroughly respect and honor some of your modesty. And so if you would wish, feel free to send a message to Facebook, our Facebook, or to Belinda at justbeyoga.com. Awesome, Claudia. Good, good, good. Sitting and holding some of those spaces. We know that holding space in some of those postures can really reveal something. Also, please know, you all, I'm only adhering to this 1 hour kind of thing because, Facebook events, they need a time parameter. Most of the world is used to a time parameter. But I practice until I'm done. And sometimes, especially in a pandemic world, that might mean, 45 minutes. That might mean 2 hours. That might mean 2 hours and 20 minutes. Who knows? Go with it. Giving yourself that opportunity to feel. Taking out that human construct of time can sometimes, not sometimes, is a wonderful way to remove a hindrance, taking away barriers. And time also provides some useful structure and boundary, right? Everything has its equal and opposite benefit and detraction. Joe loves when the mind is quiet. The truth is clear. Hey, now that's some sutra guru stuff right there. Atta yoga nushasanam, and thus the journey of yoga begins. Yoga's chitta vritti nirodha. Yoga tells the mind to shut up. Taradra stoops varupe vastanam. And when the mind shuts up, we can see the truth clearly. Nice. Good stuff. Joe, you ready to be that Swami, dude? All right, you all. Thank you all so much. I'll check it on the rebound. Oh, holding staff is hard. Yes, it is. Mounted can be as well, holding, but you can find ease. Yes. Awesome. And the wonderful thing, remember that the practice plan had make a plan, set an amount of time, observe, and get some guidance. You might be needing to extend more time in those staff poses. Ask yourself, over the duration of the years in which you've practiced, what is the longest amount of time you've ever sat in staff? What is the longest amount of time you've ever sat in just right? Sorry, I should take you down. Just right here. What is the amount of time and what brews up when we give ourselves more time for practice? After we've become familiar with a certain edge of time, and if we add in more time, what gets to brew up? What gets to grow? What do we get an opportunity to practice more of? And sometimes it boils down to humility, practicing of tolerance and patience and forgiveness, because all of that is all that juicy stuff on the underneath, right? Yeah, you can practice and develop, your serratus muscle, but then after a while, it's like, okay, that's my serratus. What's underneath of it? What am I practicing in my breath? What have I learned about capacity and possibility within my breath? Where could it go? Where could I feel it? And then into the mind. And that's a tangled mess of knots up there. And then into my wisdom. Do I even know what my wisdom has to show me? Do I even know, or have I ever unlocked some of that wisdom? And therein gets into that patience, that forgiveness, all of that stuff. That gets locked into the wisdom. So awesome stuff. Thank you all so much. Good insights, Claudia. I hope you and Joe hit in that journal. You all shared some really good stuff today. I'm really, really glad that you're developing your practice, and I hope that it serves you off the mat and on. All right. Namaste. Peace, everyone.